Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back to continue to digitally document my mental and emotional breakdown for all of eternity in XCOM 2. Yeah, what can I say? I'm a broken, hollowed out shell of a man. I've got long war levels of combat exhaustion from this campaign at this point. It's so bad, I just keep waiting for George S. Patton to walk in, slap me with his glove, call me a son of a bitch, accuse me of stinking up a place of honor, and then send me back out to the front to fight and die. But I can't help it, man. I'm ground down to a bitter little nub. I'm like Ender Wiggin at the end of the Bug War. You've won, Mazer Rackham. I give up. I'll do whatever it takes just to make the pain stop. I'll genocide another intelligent species if I must. Just please let me stop fighting. The game has got to end. It's got to be over, Mazer. It's got to be over. And I know a lot of people out there. I'm going to get philosophical here for a moment about XCOM. I know a lot of people are really, really excited for there to be a long war mod for XCOM 2. And I loved the long war. It was really fun. I mean, it was a little grindy on some of the higher difficulties, but I enjoyed the long war by and large. But stop and think about the logistics of a long war mod for XCOM 2 just for a second. Just think about it. Vanilla Enemy Within on Impossible took about 30 missions roughly to beat. Yeah, I know, I completely failed, Dr. Tigan. I'm a miserable piece of shit. But you know, it took about 30 missions to beat. And the long war expanded that length by about an order of magnitude. It took about 10 times as long in order to beat the long war. On Legend difficulty, though, XCOM 2, from what I can tell, it's already pretty damn long. This run has been about 50 missions. And yeah, I suck, and yes, I'm sure you could probably beat it much faster, but it's already got a length sink kind of built into it. The Long War already has the everything is doubled on Legend difficulty thing built right in. Yes, you know what? Flyback to Resistance HQ, that's fine. That's already built in, and if you expand that by an order of magnitude, you're looking at 500 missions, roughly. Now, let's say you're hugely dedicated, a big fan of XCOM, and you play 2 missions every day. Every single day, 2 missions a day. At that pace, it's still a 250 days to complete an entire campaign. 250 days? That's 9 friggin' months. If you celebrate your first mission victory of that 250-day campaign with a little leisurely, unprotected sex afterwards, if that's your victory dance, the kid will be alive before you finish the campaign. You could grow a human in the amount of time it takes you to complete one campaign of XCOM The Long War. That's a pretty serious commitment, both in time spent playing a video game and also in time spent dedicating your life to raising another human for the next 18 years. All I'm saying is that really what you want? Wouldn't you rather play like more shorter length campaigns? Alright, that's it. Everybody is back. We're done. No more scanning, no more dithering. We're gonna go kick down the doors of this alien facility. I've had enough. But my hope, anyway, I'm interrupting myself because things are actually happening, but I'm giving a little diatribe here. My hope, and hey, the Intel thing didn't double these costs. We're just taking everything, which is fine. My hope, though, for the Long War mod, if they do decide to release one, is that maybe they just tone it down a shade. Maybe just a shade. Don't make a campaign take 250 days. That's too long. Maybe 100 missions is what you should shoot for. 100 missions is a good goddamn long time. Yes, launch the mission. We're beginning the final assault. Everyone is healthy. I'm not going to force Steve Irwin to suffer the fucking indignity of wearing the shitty Cobra Commander suit either again. I'm sorry, Steve. I know what I've done is unforgivable. But I'm going to ask you for forgiveness anyway, even though I don't deserve it. Yeah, this is the crew I would have chosen to go on the final mission. Atlas King, Steve Irwin, and Jesus. I was just thinking to myself, that's the ideal campaign, really. So, let's get rid of Jesus. You're gone. Steve, I'm gonna patch you up, buddy. Look at him. He can't even look at me. It's just like, no. Yeah, Pete, nah, not doing it, mate. I'm not. Can't even look at you, mate. Just sick of you, mate. Sick of you. Rightfully so, Steve. You know what? I deserve that. I do. I really do. Just turn your back on me in shame forever. I earned it. Do we want to take Atlas King? Yeah, we kind of do, but we also want the Master Chef. Jake Busey has got to go on this mission. So let's go strip all of the gear that we loaned to Mel Gibson. Mel, also, I'd like to point out, did suffer and die for us here. Get a regular storm gun. Didn't need that axe back. You know what, Mel? You can hang on to the grenade. I'm sure you'll find a use for that next time you're in the back of a police car. Spouting off some racist, hate-filled diatribe, you can use that grenade as an impromptu device to explode your way out. Fight your way to freedom, Mel. Maximum resistance, buddy. That's the way to go. Let's get this blaster launcher. And our patented armor-piercing ammo, which we do love, for old Master Chef Busey so that he might whip up as much chutney as possible. And yes, I know I just started to spin a very disturbing story of Mel Gibson's shenanigans and behaviors in the back of a police car, but don't rule it out. Don't rule it out. I think on this mission, perhaps the plasma bolt caster should maybe take a powder. There's a couple ways you can play this mission. You can either try and stealth your way through it, or you can try and fight your way through it. I'm not really sure we should go for the plasma bolt caster. I think in this case, it's unlikely we're going to be using Atlas King's gun at all. But in the event that we do need it, let's make it as useful as possible. So we'll give him the superior stock. I really like stocks on plasma rifles. Scope, autoloader, repeater, all of those things are good. What else have we got? What have we got for superior? Repeater or autoloader? That's 3 free reloads. You know, Atlas King, your aim is not the best. Honestly, I'd really rather just trying to give you an advanced scope. This will do. Do you need the advanced scope, Pete, when your actual ability is to do damage on a miss? Probably a suboptimal combination. Yeah, you know what? It's so suboptimal. In fact, I'm just going to go for the repeater. If we need Atlas King to shoot at something, the situation is going to be desperate enough that we might hope for the miracle execution. This is the team. No more ado about anything. Let's get this mission underway. It's underway. And, oh, come on. You had to cut right there, director. I was about to get a look at Jake Busey's fantastic, well-sculpted ass. You know I always comment about Jake Busey's butt. The man's got a great dumper. What can I say? I mean, normally it's not my thing. I don't normally roll that way. But I'm telling you, Jake Busey's dumper, it'll make you question some things you always assumed about yourself. Like, you know, maybe. Get a few drinks in me, some soft music in the background, the lighting just right, a little tasteful shot of Jake Busey just slowly turning and walking into the bedroom, little sultry sachet. I might take a jump at her. Take a crack at you, Jake Busey. Let's go to Operation Shadowfist. What could potentially happen in that theoretical encounter between me and Jake Busey? There could be a little shadow fisting involved. I wouldn't rule it out. I do things whole hog. You guys have seen me play this way. I don't hold back. Once I commit to a thing, I commit to just stupid and dangerous levels. Yeah, well, if you could shut up, Bradford, we'd already have started, wouldn't we? There's definitely no turning back. Eh, Crockupite, gotta lead this ragtag bag of misfits here. A bag of misfits? Pretty sure it's supposed to be a band of misfits, but fuck it, I'll toss them in a bag, mate. I'm having a bag myself. Had a few pre-mission Fosters, if you know what I mean. So the question is, do we want to go full combat mode on this, or do we want to try and stealth it? We did pay intel for this concealment. Not that intel was in any way useful at this point in the game. Master Chef Busey, scope it out.
I'm on the move.
Don't step in a detection tile, because I should vastly prefer to not have to give up my concealment. Alright, we've got Archons camping a rooftop. Does this give us any method of entry into the final building that allows... Where is our objective? It's like way over here, right? Yeah, we got a long-ass way to go. Okay. Long way to go, short time to get there. Watch old bandit run. Is there any path of approach we can take that will get us... We have to go through this building? We either have to go through or over this building. We don't really have a lot of approach vectors that are going to allow us to maintain our concealment. I was considered trying to go full-on stealth mission here, but it looks like the aliens are... excuse me? Yeah, that tile was very clearly not a fucking detection tile at the start of the turn. What the hell is this shit? Well, so much for concealment, I guess. That cards are... Oh, great. We're going to have to fight 5 fucking Archons. Alright. Well, then. I guess... Yeah. Alright, stealth is out. Noted. This is how you want to play it, huh, XCOM? Oh, that's fine. Let's do this. You want a tango? We'll tango. I'll tango with you. I'll give you a little bit of the tango. So, Steve, then. What are you going to be able to do for us? Basically nothing. You can shoot at one Archon and pray that we can execute it. That's literally it. That's okay, I have a plan for you. Atlas King. You can't even get to cover, can you? Oh, this is starting off swimmingly. I'm hugely excited about the way this is going so far. Please tell me you can at least see the enemy. Yes. Well, we're going to have to dominate this Archon because it's our only hope for survival. We'll just go ahead and do this. Let me in, Atlas King. Let me in. Fantastic movie, by the way. Atlas King, I'm assuming, was just dropping the go ahead and let me in reference. Good drop, Atlas King. It's a fantastic film. You're not wrong. Then we're going to go ahead, not combat protocol. I need aid protocol here. Let's give the Master Chef a little threat assessment Overwatch shotgun shot. And then we just get to cross our fingers and pray that the enemy decides to go for this man. They're not gonna. Spoiler. They're gonna come straight for Jake Busey. They're gonna come for the delicious taste of Jake Busey. He's gonna get at least a shot off, though. Probably that missed, I think. Jake, did that hit? Can't tell. And 10 damage is not good, but it's a start. Little salty about the detection tile thing, I'm not gonna lie. This man is now battle frenzied, which means he gets an extra action point. And it looks like he's just gonna fly around in circles like a bit of an asshole. You're gonna come shoot at our mind-controlled friend? Nope, you're gonna blazing pinions. Honestly, blazing pinions, not really a problem for us. It's by and large a waste of that man's action. You're gonna force me to move. Well, I was gonna move anyway because I have to run like hell. So this is not really a problem. The AI is actually gonna let us off this easy, huh? You say let us off easy, Pete, as if this... Is this what constitutes easy for you? So let's figure out where this Archon is, because there's going to be a tile somewhere in here in which we can't stand. And if we can find that tile, we'll know where the Archon is. Where are you at? I know you're in here. I know you're in here. Come on, just like Chloe Glace Moritz in that movie. You're in here, vampire. I'm going to find you. Well, you're in there, but dude, I'd be damned if I can tell where. Are you up on the second floor, maybe? Did you go? Oh, that could be it. No? Maybe not. One of these tiles seems suspiciously unoccupiable here. And it is, in fact, this one. So that man is in that square. Fine. Well, we've answered our question. So, if somebody has to get injured by the Blazing Pinions barrage, we should vastly prefer that it be this man. So the question is, where do we want to then end our turn? There is another Archon somewhere over here. Somebody else was up here double moving around foolishly. We know there's a man in this tile, but we also have to double move to get to that man. Maybe we just move Jake Busey to here.
Seems doable.
Okay, so there's our other Archon friend. Fine. Jake Busey should be able to kill this man. Jake, can you deliver with a rapid fire? You have a 68% chance to hit that guy. Why? Well, that's ungodly terrible. We could improve that, and we may have to. This Archon also should probably move. So we know that other guy is in here. Which tile are you in? Let's find out. Okay, so you're right there then. Right there. Excellent. Is there a way we can hurt? I mean, we don't want to get this Archon injured if we can avoid it. We want to make sure Jake Busey gets the kill so that he becomes implacable. We could also use Blazing Pinions on the enemy. This is not a terrible idea. Speaking of which, where is the guy who used Blazing Pinions? Which tile are you actually in is the important question, because you're way the shit up in the air there. No. 55% to hit Johnny aerial bombardment. We can get a 100% chance twice with Steve Irwin. Let's have Steve move forward. We're going to have Atlas King do some more work for us here as well. Master Chef Busey, that just means you're the swing man. You're our swing vote. I'd love to have this Archon come up here and just contribute maybe a little extra damage, but I think that's sort of a bad risk in that we want these two Archons fighting each other if possible. So let's move him in here. We'll have him take a poke at his little buddy. How you feeling there, champ? You wanna... Man, your melee attack percentage is terrible. What's your bullet... It's actually worse. So Archons really suck. How do these guys hit us this often? They're terrible at their jobs. How do they connect like this? They seem competent when they're against you, but when they're, you know, is there another Archon in that building? Yes, there is. That's the one that's actually injured, and probably the one we should have had Jake Busey try and kill. There are some risky things we can do here and some less risky things.
Let's move already.
I'm really not enthused about Jake Busey's position, but I'm thinking probably a Soulfire is going to be not that good. We need guaranteed damage. We could also stasis someone. That someone could be Jake Busey. But that just means Steve is going to get the holy living shit shot out of it. We do have a lot of free moves. Maybe now is the moment where we have to take one. Is that the way to play this? Is that the right way to go? I can't see those enemies, so I can't rage strike them. That's supremely disappointing. We could hit this man with the rage strike. I was hoping we could actually get some drop down movement and maybe hit somebody else. We're not going to. We could also chuck an axe into his face. What's the percentage chances of axe to face happening? Not unreasonable. We got to solve the Steve Irwin situation first. So first things first, we could try and mind control. We got to go for the insanity. We're going to have to gamble here. 90% chance. I'm really just looking for the damage and the rupture. The rupture probably more than anything else. That is ideally the most perfect possible outcome, is for Atlas King to have damaged, mind controlled, and ruptured that man. So we don't even have to worry about killing that man. So we should have you do anything else you can possibly do, Steve, which is very little. Combat protocol, mimic beacon is supremely tempting. The problem with that plan is I don't think we're going to be able to get a mimic beacon anywhere where we could make it work. We don't want to be within line of sight at this Archon at the end of the turn. That's the only thing I know with absolute perfect certainty. So let's Rage Strike. Give me the Rage Strike ability, please. I would like to Rage Strike from this tile. So Jake Busey, go punch him, Busey. Give him the fist. Give him a little taste. Give him a little taste of that sweet science, Jake Busey. A little bit of knuckle sandwich. How does that taste? Huh? I would wager it probably tastes a little bit like mango chutney, because this is Jake Busey we're talking about. 80% double rapid fire, 78% to crit. I trust Busey to deliver chutney. That's why I trust Jake Busey right there. You'd be like, I need a batch of delicious mango chutney for this dinner party, Jake Busey. Could you find a way to possibly fuck it up? And Jake Busey's like, oh, I'll find a way. Alright, that's I don't suppose we could combat protocol that man, can we? Nope, because we can't see. We can combat protocol exactly our two allies. Brilliant. So are we going to get straight up nothing out of Steve Irwin? Yes. Yes, we are.
Let's do this.
This is awful. Well, there goes most of everything. Our friend has landed. We do have two friendly Archons. This guy's only going to be mind controlled for a single turn, so we really sort of need to kill that man. This guy's probably going to go for, well, we're going to get an Overwatch shot. An execution would be beautiful here, Steve. 13 damage critical is likewise somewhat... Oh, Jake Busey, you're in trouble, buddy. You really needed to hit that second shot, Jake.
That didn't feel good.
Nope, 7 damage. That's real bad. Jake Busey is not in good shape. You better swing at this man. So we can't hit a shitting thing with our 60% chance to hit, but these guys, fuck it, they just refuse to miss. Jake Busey's taking another whack. Of course he is. Because these guys can't miss us. I hate everything. We have to kill the entire universe in a single turn. This is going to be more difficult than one might expect. So, Jake Busey, you're in dire fucking straits. Let's have you end up over here, please.
Whatever you say.
One of these mind controls ends this turn. One of them does not. I have a plan to kill both of those guys. And that plan involves this blaster launcher. And that makes Jake Busey untouchable. So one hit cannot damage Jake Busey. If we could also catch this other guy in the blast somehow without killing Jake Busey, that would be lovely. But I can't see a shitting thing. I cannot tell what this is hitting. Like, there is no angle here that actually works. What if we go down a floor? Okay, so if we're in this tile, we hit not our guy. It says we're catching the other two. I'm gonna, against my better judgment, trust it to not have lied to me. This is what I get for trusting. The lesson is, well, I was gonna say never trust, but that actually turned out okay. So Jake Busey now is implacable and untouchable, and also grievously injured. We're definitely not going forward. I cannot risk spawning another pod. That would be the end of us.
I'm going.
We're just going to drop down to full cover. And between the two of our other Archons, we have to try and kill this man. How did you get hurt? Oh, you got clubbed. That's fine. We'll go ahead and miss this guy 40 times. I'm not counting on getting anything out of either of these guys, actually. These two people we have mind controlled, I'm just going to assume they will do nothing. They will not harm the enemy in any fashion. There will be no damage dealt or received on our behalf from this alien. Yes, blazing pinions. That's what I was looking for. Unbelievable. But on the plus side, he did still miss. So I'm playing badly. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. Like the last couple missions here, I've been playing like shit, and I'm telling you, it's straight up fatigue. That's what it is. We're gonna inspire Jake Busey, and we're gonna have Jake Busey take a rapid fire shot at the one man who is not mind controlled. I'm so salty. Why can I not? We don't have enough bullets to rapid fire. Well, Jake Busey, you reload for free, so do that. Do I want to throw the axe? It's not going to get us a kill, so it hardly matters. Let's just go ahead and rapid fire. This probably also won't get us a kill because, for whatever reason, Jake Busey has decided that this is the mission he should stop trying. Go ahead and fail to kill him, Jake. Oh, nope, this time you got it done, even despite the dodge. Now we've just got to find a way to kill that man.
See that one?
Yeah, Jake Busey, be excited about the way things are going. That's the right move. So let's go ahead and do this then, because this is the only way we can guarantee to keep Jake Busey alive. When our mind control wears off, which inevitably it's going to, yeah, he'll go swing at this man, and then we have all the time in the world to kill him. Am I salty about the way things are going? Yeah, because now we've got to wait for Jake Busey's friggin' wound timer again. Club. I kind of hoped to fucking run a stealth operation on this mission, too. I was kind of hoping we could just come at this super stealth style. Thought that we were going to make this like a Jamie Foxx movie featuring a ridiculously intelligent airplane. I never understood the concept of stealth. Possibly because it was so ridiculously far-fetched. It just seemed absurd. Oh my god, he actually hit something. For 8 damage, which is less than impressive. At this point, though, I'm stuck taking what I can get. Steve? Terrible chance to hit him. Jake Busey, what do you say you just, not run and gun? You can absolutely see this man. Why can you not shoot him? No targets available. It says you can see. XCOM, you are a screaming exercise in frustration sometimes.
I can handle that.
No, you can't, Jake Busey. The game is just straight up lying to us. You're supposed to be able to see that man. You should be able to rapid fire him, but for whatever reason, he's invisible, even though all you got to do is poke your damn gun through a doorway. I am salt.
Well, how about that?
How about that indeed? You actually managed to do your job and not get yourself critically wounded in the process. I'm almost as shocked as you are, Jake. Steve Irwin, then. We're not going to make a double move forward. I think we've made enough stupid mistakes already for one episode, don't you? I think we're good. We've killed 5 Archons. Atlas King, bring you forward.
Tired of waiting around.
Tired of waiting around for what, Atlas King? Never mind that. Never mind. I'm being unduly unfair to Atlas King here. He's the one man who's pulling his weight on this mission. Atlas King is maybe taking over the hashtag. Hashtag Yuri gets it done. I'm not so sure that's the way it's going to go anymore. I'm thinking maybe it's hashtag Atlas is the map to victory. Probably, you're like, Pete, isn't that like ridiculously long for a hashtag? You're not wrong. It's a little long for a hashtag, but it's catchy, I think. It's got a good beat. You could dance to it. I give it a 6.
Steep enough.
Master Chef Busey, nothing fancy out of you. We're just going to have you step up, reload, and probably go on Overwatch. What is this ability? Open, close door. Yes, Pete. Jake Busey has opposable thumbs. He is capable of both opening and closing a door. Atlas King, we're just going to bring you forward. And we're fighting for the rest of eternity, by the way. We're fighting out the rest of this map. The only thing we've got going for us is that we do have an Archon who we can have run forward, use blazing pinions, and be a sacrificial lamb. And that's sort of my plan. We're going to send Johnny Archon forward to scout, and the minute he encounters the enemy, he's going to go blazing pinions on their ass. Sure, he'll probably die in the process, but what are you going to do? All right, we have already spotted enemies. We have an Archon and what appears to be two large and angry robot men. Large and angry robot men. What are the large and angry robot men doing? One of them has gone on Overwatch. The other one jumped into a hole. Well, I think it's time for blazing pinions. Let's level this building. Now, the Archon is the only unit that is visible to these guys. Also, I don't know how you took that. That was really weird. This guy is in that tile?
That's one of their transmitters. They didn't put a whole lot of effort into disguising the alien tech involved.
The design may be a function of the network itself.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of
You're not gonna comment on its somewhat vaginal floral appearance there, Tygan, because normally that would be your sort of thing. It's exactly the kind of thing you would typically take an opportunity to remark upon. You're just gonna let that slide, huh? That's fine. I mean, you're turning over a new leaf. It's good to see you maturing as an adult, Dr. Tygan. Unlike me, who will not hesitate to make that reference at all. I don't suppose there's any chance we could hijack the other robot. No, but we can hijack this one, and I'm going to. It's Haywire Protocol time, Steve. You'd be like, Pete, you just put that man under our blazing pinions. Yes, I did. And if it hits him and I drop him through the floor, this is one way I can guarantee damage, by just having him not move. This is fine. I'm supremely comfortable with it. Now it's time for Steve to fail a hack. Oh, I made that noise right there was me trying to decide whether I should shit myself or go blind. Because I was that startled that a critical roll actually succeeded. Like, should I shit or go blind? I really can't tell. I mean, both options, let's face it, are very tempting. We don't get the robot's actions, do we? You should know this by now, Pete. Yeah, I didn't think we did, but I just, wouldn't hurt to be abundantly cautious.
I can handle that.
We're going to bring Jake Busey up into this double corner cover where he is invisible to every enemy. Put him on Overwatch, and Atlas King is going to come up and do a slightly less protected Overwatch from this corner. Again, we're going to let our minions do our fighting for us now. Heavy Mac is hacked and will be for a while. What are you doing? Are you shooting? You're shooting at the other Archon. That's fine. Can't tell if that hit or not. Just going to assume it hit. Might have missed. What does this guy do? Taking also a shot at the Archon. That's fine. Archon's hanging on, which means his blazing pinions is gonna land. Love the fact that we didn't take Overwatch either with our overwatching robot lord that we hijacked. Little disappointed about that. What the fuck? Oh, he fell through the floor before the blazing pinions actually landed. That's delayed death syndrome that we got there. This guy has 2 health left. You're in a battle frenzy. We should probably try and figure out a method for dealing with that man who is not on Overwatch. We could have the Archon go take a poke at him. No, because he's not fast enough to get there. If we can get line of sight to the thing, we can hack the thing. Which we could almost certainly do just by blasting a hole in the wall. My sincere concern is that there's going to be a very, very small chance that we successfully demolish this wall without also demolishing the thing. Which I would vastly prefer to not demolish. So if we drop this like right there. Don't move that. Okay, you definitely moved it. I can't tell if that's going to blow up the thing or not. Because I can't get it in the tile I want it in at the same time. Okay, so, like, if we put it there, this says in that tile that it is not blowing up the thing, but it also may not be destroying the wall. I can't tell. It's definitely destroying those things in the picture frames. I don't think it actually blows up the wall, though. It's also not a supremely useful move. There also could be enemies behind that wall. Well, there's really no better way to find out than to, just do it. High risk, high reward. Totally worked. The reward is real. Master Chef Busey, there is a drawbridge. So this guy is Gandalf the Grey. That's the role he's painted himself in. He's like, you shall not pass. I am Gandalf, and you shall not pass. We have an 85% chance to shoot that man from here. I am just going to blast away. Oh, there's also that man still. Yeah, I forgot you were there. Johnny, I forgot you were there. I'm sorry. You may go now. How are we going to deal with that? Also, the other thing we do have to note is this mind control is not eternal. It will not last forever. It is not permanent. Don't suppose there's a chance we could combat protocol. Not you. We'd combat protocol. We have two choices, you and you. Is combat protocoling this man useful? Sort of, but not really. Can we aid protocol? This is gonna seem weird, but can we aid protocol? We can. Do that. Aid protocol this robot. If that Archon makes a move, I would like for you to take an Overwatch shot at him, Mr. Roboto. Now, what do we do? Master Chef Busey is still... It's so dangerous to do anything with the Master Chef because of his wound situation. Let's bring Atlas King over here, and I think now is probably the time for us to pitch a stasis at our little robot friend. So, robot friend, why don't you have a nice timeout? Yep, timeout for you.
Shielded from enemy fire.
Go sit in the corner and think about what it is that you have done, Mr. Robot. You did not say Domo Arigato. We gave you a gift, and robots, good robots, are supposed to say Domo Arigato when given a present. You did not say that, and therefore you cannot be trusted.
Come get some.
Mech is still hacked. Of course he is. He's also on threat assessment Overwatch. Which means no matter what this Archon does, we're going to get a shot at him. He's going to kill our Archon. Here comes our Overwatch, which fucking whiffed. Alright, like a champ. Did this guy also miss? I can't tell. He did not. Well, the friendly Archon is no more, which means we have exactly a robot. We tried the plan. It didn't necessarily work the way we might have liked it to, but, you know, can't win them all. Or if you're me, you know, can't even win some or most of them. These robots jump pretty well. Why don't we just jump you over here and have you shoot your buddy in the top of the skull? Are you gonna leap through the ceiling? Or is that over the ceiling? At this point, I can't even tell anymore. I don't know what's going on. Just take your 85% chance at this heavy mech. The critical is nice. That's good. Thank you. I appreciate your contributions to the XCOM project. Your credit to your maker. Thank the maker. I go all C-3PO on you for a second. This is the thing, I believe, that lowers the drawbridge, is it not? Is this the drawbridge mechanism? Did we activate the drawbridge mechanism? Clearly not. This is not the mechanism. And as a result, we are now poorly positioned. Oh, thanks. We can't combat protocol that, man? How do we open a friggin' door? This has got to be the thing. Steve cannot hack it. Alright, Steve, advance to here then.
Here I come.
Yeah, crikey, mate, here I come, robot. Just get ready. About to get Steve Irwin. So you're going to get combat protocol and killed. Enjoy 50 billion volts of electricity. You know, it's not the voltage that's deadly, Pete. It's the amperage. You could have 50 trillion volts, and if it's like 1/10 of an amp, it's not really going to cause any kind of serious health problem. Just be on Overwatch, JQC. Even though you can't see the enemy. Can you not see this Archon up here? I don't think he can. Alright, well, let's inspire our robot friend. We can't inspire our robot friend. We can only inspire Steve Irwin. Well then, I guess we'll just Overwatch with you, Atlas King. Enemy mech is, of course, still hacked. We need Steve to just get line of sight on this thing, and he could do a remote hack to it. It's why we did the whole try and expose the enemy ploy. Our robot friend is about to get punched. Oh, Archon whiffed. Man, these Archons have been doing us some pretty serious favors with the constant missing. I appreciate their contributions to the project. All I can see is friendly robot. That's not good. Can we... How do we lower the damn drawbridge? Where is the thing? How does the bridge come down? This is the question. How do I get this bridge down? Because it's blocking line of sight, dude. If I move to here, can I see... I cannot see that Archon. I can only see the mech. We've got some weird line of sight issues going on here, so I'm going to just try and solve this problem the only way I know how, with explosives. If there is a problem, you know, I'll solve it. Check out my explosives while DJ resolves it. I'm going to drop you through the floor. That should have opened up line of sight to that Archon. Also, that robot's not going to stay hacked forever. Oh, we can still... Oh, there we go. There he is. Now we can see him. Now we have options. I don't suppose Atlas King can see him, can he? Atlas King can't see anything. Well, Atlas King, we've got to get you into a position where you can see something. How about now? Can you hear me now? Yes. Why don't you mind spin this Archon, hit him with some little damage and a rupture, maybe mind control him too. Atlas King's mental Mentigal? What the hell was that, Pete? Atlas King's mental gymnastics really are the only thing that's keeping us going through this entire mission. Were it not for Atlas King, we would be straight up in the toilet. Jake Busey,
Seems doable.
we're going to have you do something at some point. We can't keep you hidden like this for the whole rest of the mission. We've got to get some utility out of you. Even if it's only to come up into a tile where you should be and is visible and just go on Overwatch. Don't shoot the mech, Steve. It's not time. You're jumping the gun, Steve. We could combat protocol the disoriented Archon. That's not likely to kill him. We could capacitor discharge and kill everything. Or at least hurt everything. I don't really hate that plan. Wait, is that catching the Archon? It is. It's not going to do enough damage. He's already disoriented.
Shooting sparks.
Go fire the sparks, Steve. It's time because I lost count. I don't know if that mech's going to be able to hold on. And with the burning... Is that guy burning? He may not be. I just see fire and I think he's burning. I'm pretty sure he's just disoriented. This mission has been sloppy, 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 sloppy. I'm going to say sloppy a couple more times. Sloppy, sloppy. All right. Well, at some point, we're going to have to figure out how to lower this drawbridge. So there's got to be some kind of control panel and or mechanism or something we can use. I mean, it's got to be this thing. Jake Busey, you gotta... Maybe we just go push it down? Is that how it works?
Problem, boss.
Oh, it's just cover. All right, Jake Busey, you're on Overwatch. I don't understand how we're supposed to lower the drawbridge. Do we have to come around to this other side? Because I really don't want to do that. Atlas King. I would love to be able to tell what tile that guy is in. You know what? Doesn't matter. I don't care what tile you're in. I'm going to drop a Void Rift right here. We had this problem the last time we played this mission. For whatever reason, Void Rift does not want to work.
The rift opens.
There's something with the levels going on these bridges or catwalks. This should kill that guy if he's where I think he is. Yeah, he's dead now. Good. Nice work, Atlas King. You killed the man out of line of sight. That's some gamey, cheatery bullshit that I am a wholehearted fan of. Excellent work, son. Excellent work. Please tell me Steve can get line of sight on the thing. Okay, there are definitely more enemies on this map. Steve can't see the thing. It could just be an issue of positioning, but I don't think so. I think it may be a distance thing. All right, so that's where I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. Then it's getting a little long, and clearly we've still got some work to do. Yeah, you know what? Probably means next episode's going to be ridiculously short. We've killed almost half. Let's just tough it out. Steve, let's move you over here and see if you can get the hack. I'm thinking about wrapping it up, but there's got to be like one, maximum 2 pods left. These guys could be it. How many enemies have we killed? 3, 5, 8. I think this is it, actually. This may be the whole enchilada. Which is real good, because we're in a real bad position. So we stasis one of them and kill the other one, or do we just go for the Mimic Beacon? No chances. We're going to go for the Mimic Beacon. No chances. We're taking no chances here. None whatsoever. It's Mimic Beacon City. Get that out there, Atlas King. We're not in a position to start taking chances. It's not in the cards for us. Things are not going well enough that we can afford to begin taking any kind of risks at all. Which is why having Jake Busey run and gun right here is fundamentally, monumentally stupid, and I'm going to do it anyway.
Copy that.
My theory is that he should have no problem killing this codex with a rapid fire, and that this pod is in fact the last pod on the map. Double 80s. If either one of these is a critical, it's dead. So it's going to dodge the first one. And the second one. Perfect.
Barely hit.
Yep. Absolutely perfect. Now we have 2 guys instead of 1. Brilliant. That's really an ideal outcome for us. Excellent work, guys. So we're going to combat protocol and kill that codex because I can't have it taking a flank shot at Jake Busey. So we'll go ahead and do that. I was going to have Jake go on a threat assessment overwatch, but now I'm definitely glad I threw the Mimic Beacon. This is why I threw it, right here. Nope, there's 2 pods of aliens. Fantastic. We still have 2 pods to wrap up. You know what? I am going to wrap this mission up at the end of this turn. If we've still got 2 pods and a thing to hack, next episode may be a little short, but this one otherwise is going to be like 14 hours long. You're going to teleport. You damn well better shoot at that hit move to a square where it can't see the beacon. No, okay. It's also standing in thin air. My salt levels are starting to escalate a little bit. Our Mimic Beacon has done its job, and I really just kind of take a break for a minute. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see the thrilling conclusion of this, which my guess is going to be not all that thrilling, although Jake Busey is 1 biscuit from dead, so there is going to be some level of tension. But if you'd like to see that, might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.